it's gonna be a different kind of video. I was gonna vlog something, but I didn't really have anything interesting going on. I just had a really quiet couple weeks, so I was like, what sort of thing could I do? And I know that a lot of you are absolutely in love with my work bag. As a corporate book girly, I don't really change out what I take into London and on my commute every single day, so I thought I could talk you through what I take in my bags and yeah, just give you guys a little bit of a tour. And as like a YouTube fangirl, I used to watch these videos so much back in the day. Like, this to me is like classic YouTube with all the like beauty and lifestyle YouTubers. So I feel like now that I'm doing YouTube, this is kind of a rite of passage. So let me take you through my work bag. This is the Salmo Ondo utility bag in Napa Black in the large size, and I really love it because it's got all these exterior pockets, which makes it so easy to organize stuff. I hate an unorganized bag. I don't like delving into a bag not knowing where everything is, so this is perfect for me. I've had the bag for like a year and a half now, and the only signs of wear are on the straps where it's worn a little bit, but I mean, considering it's been a year and a half, that really isn't bad. And you know, I'm constantly taking it on and off my shoulder, so I really can't complain. It also has this super cute charm, which is also from Salmo Ondo on the outside. I think they call these tokoyomis, and it's basically like their own little, I don't know, like brand keychain. I feel like it just makes the bag look so much cuter. This is really heavy to hold up. I pack this thing to the brim. I use up literally every bit of space that I can, because if there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I am an excessive packer. But I think let's dive into the bag's main compartment first. This is what the inside of my bag looks like. It is one big compartment with a zip interior. So the first thing in here, and what you can probably hear as I've been moving it around, is my Awala water bottle. I have this in the 32-ounce size, which is a lot to have to carry in every single day. It's not the easiest thing to fit in bags. However, I've always been really bad with water intake, so I've been really trying this year to be better, and changing to the Awala water bottle has really helped. I used to have like chili water bottles before this, but the last one I had for quite a while and it was getting quite gross, so I recently upgraded to an Awala and I really like it. I like that it has the straw option, because I never liked straw water bottles. I never trust that when I cleaned them it was really cleaning inside the straw well, whereas this you can take it all apart and it's got more of a wider opening, so it's easier to clean. And yes, I think this is in the Foggy Tide colour, because Awalas are really hard to get in the UK and shipping's quite expensive for Awalas. I got this one from Amazon. I'll try and put links to as much as I can in the description below, so if there's anything that you're interested in I will have it linked. The next thing that I have in here is my work laptop. This is a Dell Latitude 7440. I'm not really a Windows girl, but this is issued through work. It's got all these stickers on because I can't help but personalize everything I own. I don't really have much to say about this. It's not a model I chose. It works well. Well, it's kind of laggy, but I feel like most work laptops get to that point eventually. I bring this in and out of the office pretty much every time I go in, just because I work hybrid, so I need this at home for the days I work from home. But it always makes my bag a lot heavier. Along with my work laptop, I also have my work phone, because I work in marketing and PR. I manage a lot of my team's social content, so we have like a work phone between us, which I've kind of monopolized. But this is really great because it helps me separate having my social channels from my work social channels, and it stops my phone just being overwhelmed with notifications. The next thing in the big pocket of my bag is probably my favorite gift I've received recently, and that is my Paper Republic journal. Because I do so much with social media, I really wanted to find ways to organize and, you know, spend my time which weren't on my phone. So I wanted to switch to a analog planner, and I really became obsessed with the Paper Republic videos. This is the Grand Voyager pocket style, and I am obsessed with this. I got gifted this from my boyfriend for Christmas. I can do a quick little journal tour. I have this charm on the elastic and on the elastic on the side, both of which are from Etsy. I also have this, I think it's called a bulldog clip, which I also think I got from Etsy, and a pen loop. I can't remember the brand of the pen loop. Midori. Silver Midori pen loop. And then I have my favorite type of pen. This is the 0.5 Muji gel pen. I have so many of these. My planner, I'm not sure if you can see, also has a little G embossed on it, which is so cute. I'll show you inside. On the inside, I have just this photo of me and my boyfriend. We got this taken, where were we? Barcelona? Yes, Barcelona, which is so cute. But this one, we got two, and this one was a bit underexposed, and the lady just gave it to us for free, so I have this one in here. I need to find a frame for the actual better exposed version, but it's really hard to find a frame this small. I then have this pocket moleskin journal with this little white bit of lace on. This is where I actually journal. I've been trying to get into journaling recently. I feel like I really struggle processing a lot of my feelings and emotions, especially at the moment. I feel like I've had a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the world, and just taking a moment to sit down and actually process everything that I'm feeling is really helpful. But I've been really bad with it the last month, so I need to get better. And then after that, we have my 2026 planner. This is the actual Paper Republic 2026 journal, and this is the Weeks with Notes edition, which I really like because I like to do habit tracking on one side. I also like to track my pages a lot of the time for shorts, and I'll track that on here as well. Same with little small to-dos and reminders. I can put them on the side rather than clogging the actual calendar. But I've really enjoyed this. I used to use a Google Calendar before, and I prefer this so much more. I feel like it's so much easier for me to view like all at once, whereas I would get very overwhelmed looking at a Google Calendar. So if you don't like Google Calendar, I really recommend trying to switch to a physical calendar. I also just use this bookmark, which is like a metal bookmark that I think my mum actually got from like a Christmas cracker this year, and she didn't want it, and I will always take a spare bookmark, so I use that to mark which week I'm currently on. I also have the pen loop attached to the back of this planner. And then after the planner, I have this little pocket separator, and inside that I have one of the Paper Republic Notes journals with plain paper. I use this as my reading tracker. So I have my reading goal on the front here. I'm trying to read 100 books this year, which is a little bit aspirational. I'm actually a book behind on this. So I have it all mapped out here, and it feels so satisfying to like cross off when I've read another book. And then I also just like to track quotes from books that I like, because I am not a book annotator. I feel pressured when I'm annotating a book that I've not annotated enough, or I've annotated too much and it gets messy. I'm just too much of a perfectionist to do it in the actual book itself. But a lot of the time I really like looking back on quotes that I think are impactful, but I don't pull out quotes that often. I wanted somewhere to write it, so now I have a place in here, and I think that's it for my journal. It's not too chunky. Well, it's quite chunky, but this actually comes everywhere with me. I love this. I'm obsessed with it. I would recommend it to everyone. My Paper Republic journal. Next, in the big pocket of my bag, I just have another plain notebook. I don't think this is a moleskin. It's one of the Lickstrom notebooks. I use this to take work notes. I put notes in here that I refer back to a lot. It helps separate it from my honestly packed desk drive files thing. The stuff that I refer to often, I like to make a note of in here, because today I'm going to London Book Fair, so instead of taking my laptop to take notes, I'm just going to take this. And it's in this really pretty like mulberry purpley red colour. And then the final thing in the big pocket of my bag is my current read, or this could be my Kindle depending on what I'm reading at the moment. I have this really cute book sleeve. I think I got this from Etsy because I really don't like my books getting damaged. Like, I get really sad. I can't break spines. If one of my books get damaged, I do actually cry. It's really sad, but I do cry. But I really like having just this extra protective sleeve to make sure nothing gets damaged. And then my current read at the moment, I'm still reading and loving John Gwynne. So this is A Time of Blood, which is the second book in the Of Blood and Bone trilogy, which follows on from the Faithful and Fallen series that I finished in my 24-hour readathon vlog. I'm about 140 pages into this book. I started it yesterday. This is my current bookmark. I think you could get that from Waterstones or something. But I'm still just really loving my time reading John Gwynne's writing. He is such a fantastic writer, and this series is such a fun continuation of Faithful and Fallen series. I feel like I don't love it completely as much as I loved of Faithful and Fallen. However, this is still such a good series, and I really recommend if you've read of Faithful and Fallen series, then you should still continue and read the Of Blood and Bone series. It's still so good, and the characters in this are just as strong. And that's everything in the main pocket of my bag. I do have a little interior zip here, which I do keep a couple of things in, so let's take a look. First of all, I have my wallet. This is a Vivienne Westwood card holder, I believe. I actually just got this for Christmas because I used to use just a card holder from Urban Outfitters, but it was like not my style at all, and also jam-packed, so I needed something which actually fit my cards in a little better, and this one is just like the perfect size. It's not that big, so it fits in a bag perfectly. It's so easy to just throw in and take with, and it's really cute. I also have a Laneige sleeping mask. I get super dry lips. This is the berry smell. But yeah, my lips get so dry, so I always need some sort of a lip balm to take with me. I really want to get one of the like actual squeezy tubes, because with my nails this is really awkward to dig out. I end up like digging my knuckle in and doing it that way instead, because I don't like scooping with my nail. Now the absolute final thing in the main pocket of my bag is this solid diptyque perfume. I think this is in the scent La Vie en Rose or Rose, but these are just the cutest cases ever, and I always feel like I need a touch up throughout the day of perfume, just because I'm always so conscious of like how I smell. I feel like it's always nice to touch up your perfume throughout the day, and instead of carrying like an actual like perfume or like one of the smaller ones, I find this one so much easier. It fits like perfectly in just like pocket, like my wallet's so easy just to chuck in, and also it's just so gorgeous. All the different scents have different covers and they're all stunning, but this is the one I went for, and I really love the smell because I'm not really a rose scent person, but I really love this one actually. Now let's take a look in this bigger zip pocket on the front. I use this to store a lot of my more practical items. The first thing I have in here is this little kiddie pouch, which I use for all my like first aid essential items. I believe the pouch is from Etsy, but this just has some pads and medicine and bandages in, just all the stuff that you always should just have on you just in case. I have in this little pouch, and also this is so handy if I need to move it between bags as well. I like having all of my like first aid style stuff in one place, so I can just grab it, chuck it in. I also have a fake nail kit. This actually just went in the other day because I've recently just tried press-on nails and I'm obsessed. Look how gorgeous these are. These are by Nailed by Ryan on Instagram. Could not recommend her more. I have the little kit that they came with because I'm so paranoid that one of my nails is gonna pop off when I'm at work, so I wanted to bring the kit with me so I had somewhere to like put it, or if I had like a moment I could try and put it back on. So this is a new addition, but I haven't used it yet. We'll see how it goes if I do actually lose a nail. That is also currently in there. I didn't go through my bag before this. I have half a pack of soothers and just a random rogue soother. I mean, another good easy thing to have. This should probably be in my cat pouch, but you know, stuff ends up where stuff shouldn't be. And then the final thing in this big front pocket is my Anker power bank. I find this so easy to use because it's quite big and chunky, but I like that it has an actual cable attached to it, because I used to have to carry around a separate charging cord for my previous power bank and it was just really faffy. I didn't need to carry a full wire with me all the time and it always got lost. I always lost my wire and then had a power bank that I couldn't use. So this one with the built-in cable is super nice. It has a little display on it where it tells you how much power it has left. My bag has not felt this light in so long. This is lovely. I have these two front pockets. Let's start with this one. This pocket I actually keep all of my lip products in because I have a lot. This is the collection of the lip products that were in that pocket. I also have a small perfume in here which I didn't realize, called Red Room. I think I have this in here from before I got the diptyque solid perfume and I just never took it out. There's not much left in it though. I then have what are probably my most essential lip products, and that is the Glossier Ultra Lip in Ember. This is completely used up. I need to get a new one. I then have 2 of the NYX Butter Gloss in Rocky Road. This is my favourite colour gloss. I love to pair this with the Glossier Ultra Lip and wear them together. I feel like it makes the nicest combo. I then have the Trish McAvoy. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce that name. This is the sheer lip colour in Mulberry. You'll see that a lot of these are very similar in tone. This is very sheer, so I love to wear this on days where I'm not really wearing a lot of makeup but I want just like a bit of colour on my face. It's also good if you want to put it on like your cheeks. Just give yourself a little bit of life. And then the one I'm wearing today, which is the Maximal Sleek Satin Lipstick in Film Noir. This has easily become my new favorite lipstick. All of these like to wear off throughout the day, so I like to have them with me in my bag so I can touch them up, because you've always got to give your lip combo a little bit of touch up, especially because I drink like a lot of water, teas, coffees. I have food throughout the day, so obviously it's going to just wear off. So if I have these just already in my bag, then I'm prepared for when I need to touch them up. And then in the other front smaller pocket, I have a bunch of random stuff. First of all, I have my AirPods. This case is so old, so it's really worn and gross. I haven't really been listening to music much recently, but I do like to listen to my current audiobook when I work sometimes, although I do get very distracted, so I'm not very good at like listening and working at the same time, but you know, that's fine. But normally on my commutes I'm reading, so I normally only have these in case I want to listen to an audiobook, but I do need a new AirPod case for these because these are looking really quite gross. And then the only other thing in this front pocket are a couple of just random loyalty cards to some cafes and food places I like to go, so I keep those in here for if ever I go grab lunch. I think that's pretty much everything in my bag. I normally in these side pockets tissues. I have an empty bag of tissues and a full bag which stay in here, and then normally in the other one I have like a rolled up tote bag because I end up taking a lot of books home from work, so it's really helpful to have in there in case I have anything extra I need to bring home. However, last week I did bring home a bunch of books, so I don't think I've actually put it back in. I don't know where it's gone. I need to find it. I will literally use any canvas tote bag I have because I have a lot. And yeah, that is what I put in my everyday work bag. I know this was a different type of video. I don't really do sit down talking videos. I hope you enjoyed having a nosy in my bag, and yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.